Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another video. The power of listening to women. The power of listening to women. Before I get into it, let me make something clear, because one of the things I found, sometimes people, it is constant, because, I already know the video's like 10 minutes and somebody is like commenting a minute in based on just the title. One of the things is with me, you gotta listen all the way through. And one of the things you gotta keep in mind when I say listen, listening to a woman doesn't mean following the woman. Listening to the woman don't mean you believe a word she says. When you listen to a woman, all you doing is being quiet and taking in what she's telling you. That's it. That's it. Now there's a seductive part of it, but I'm not gonna get into that today. I'm not going to get into that part of it. I may do that in a future video. There's a seductive part, but here's the power of listening to a woman. By women's very nature, they'll tell you what's up with them. All you have to do is listen to them. I'm going to tell you what, I've said before, I've worked as an investigator. I've worked as an investigator at the Department of Justice. Now, let me just say this real quick. As I always say, anybody who says, oh, I've heard some detractors, oh, he said he did all this. Dox me. I told you, dox me, all right? Shit. There's every single thing I say is can be verified, all right? So anyway, right? Well, as an investigator, I ain't really just get the training there, because even before I got there, I was working as an investigator for defense attorneys. Even before, I got in the government. And even before that, I learned from my uncle, rest his soul. He was a DC police detective. And he actually was the one who started training me on how to listen. You see, he was a burglary detective, right? When he would catch someone, he would just get them nice and comfortable and just let them talk. He would arrest them for one thing, and after they finished talking, they done confessed to like 15 other crimes. And what he would do, he would tell them, say, look, I ain't trying to lock you up, just give me the property back. And then once he got the property back, he would say, all right, tell your attorney this is what I did wrong in the arrest. He was cool like that. But then what he did with that, just by listening, just by being cool listening, he had a whole crew of snitches. That's why he caught people so quickly. Those criminal elements and stuff, they got a weird fraternity, but they'll turn on each other at some point. But my point is, he would teach me. He'd say, look, just get them comfortable. Let them talk. Don't say shit. Just let them talk. Let them talk. Now, here's the power of listening. See, I'm going to tell you what. Many men get played. Let's just be real. In fact, I'm going to get into F girls later on this week. What day? Friday. I think that's Friday. Let me see, Tuesday. Yeah, Friday. And here's the thing. If you really pay attention to women, really pay attention, they tell you what they all about. Like the F girl thing. Now, I talked about that on that show, F Boy Island. After it's over, by the time y'all see this, everybody know what happened. You had a woman identify herself as an F girl. But then they showed, when she did that, they showed in the production clips of how she was saying what she was. She was telling them all along. See, when you listen to a woman, just listen. Don't judge it. Don't assume anything. And whatever you do, don't show any reaction no matter what they say. They will tell you everything. Now, even when they bullshitting. Because, and this ain't just with women, I'm focusing this on women, but just in general. Sometimes what a person don't talk about, or sometimes, I'm gonna tell you a basic one. Like I did that video, on-demand video about reading how women see you. And I talk about how they look at a man. And I'm gonna tell you what, I'm gonna link it in the description box. I'm gonna link it in the description box. It's a powerful one. Because you can find out right away how a woman sees you if you just listen to the questions she asks. Like a very prominent one is if she see you as sexy, or she see you as money, or she just don't want to talk to you. Just by what she say in the first few seconds. Just how she talk to you. Okay, say you meet her or something. Okay, here's a simple one. You might say, hey, why you doing? What's up? Oh yeah, I'm just going shopping for my boyfriend. Now that's obvious, but see, some guys, you know, they so focused on it, they be like, well, what that got to do with me? No, basically what she telling you is she got somebody and she wants you to keep your ass walking. Or if she ain't barely, or if you having a conversation and she's just like, yeah, barely looking at you. Okay, she ain't really saying anything negative to you, but just how she talking, how she even looking at you. I'm gonna get into that looking at you in a second. She's telling you something. Or if she's looking at you talking and her voice got a certain tone to it, how she looking at you and everything, but her voice got a certain tone, she might say you're sexy hot. And especially if it comes off as flirty, especially if she's leading with a compliment, like, oh my, you look nice today. Oh yeah, that shirt looks nice. Or something. Like if a woman says something like, some people see me in a Rinse Do shirt. And I remember I was somewhere I was wearing it and they was like, yeah, that's right. It's like rent going right across my chest. I was like, okay, they seeing me sexually. Or if they say something like that, because they have to look at your chest or something, you know? Or if they say nice shoes, they automatically let you know, okay, they seen you in that more physical way. But say, like there was a situation, couple situations. I'll share them with you. Because, you know, I'm 57. I ain't trying to talk to women in the street. But there was one time. Now, this is when I was living in my last place. There was this young Hispanic lady who, you know, her and the girls would be cleaning up around there. And she was fat. She PHAT. So I started talking to her. One of the first things when we got a chance to have a real conversation is like, so what you do for a living? And, you know, part of that is she never saw me go out to work. But another part was, oh, okay, she let me know she ain't seen me in that sexual manner. She thinking that second level. Okay, does he have some money? Now that could have been, if we get in a further conversation, that could be, can I milk this dude? Or it could have been, okay, she's seeing something more serious. You know, that could have been either one, but it was telling me, okay, she jumping right to that. It wasn't the sexy hot thing. And then there was this other woman. Now she was complimenting me and stuff, but then we get in a conversation and she might see this video because she checked out my videos because I told her I was doing videos. And even when we talked on the phone, a lot of it was business and how money and all of that. She was focused on the money and stuff and what I should have been doing, you know, as a business person, even though I made more money than her. But I said, okay, that's where she's seeing me. Yeah, she think I look all right, but then, or good. She even said, she said, you don't look your age. Okay, that told me that. But then what she focused on, because if you listening, like listen to what a woman focuses on. What is she focusing on in her conversation? If her conversation all about herself, okay, she wants somebody to pay attention to her. If she's asking you a lot of questions, but not really volunteering, she's trying to see what's up with you. And then what is she asking about? Is she asking where you live? That could be a money thing. What you do for a living? Money thing. If she's saying, oh, wow, you know, she talking to complimenting you and stuff. Oh, yeah, sexy hot thing. You know, if she telling you she got a boyfriend or something, keep it moving. She trying to get out of there quick. You know, what is she saying? What is she not talking about? Like, okay, if you talk to a woman, say you're talking to a woman in a conversation, listen to how quickly she bring up if she has a boyfriend. Like if a woman ain't interested, she'll tell you she pretty much have a boyfriend or work them in. In fact, I've respected some women because they work the boyfriend in. But if they talking with you, they laughing and everything, but they don't bring up a mate or do anything to give any idea, or even in their body language, they seem like they might have a ring on and they might kind of like hide it. Like I remember I was talking with a woman a couple of weeks ago, older woman. And she would have a conversation, but I noticed she would kind of hide. She would put her hand over her ring finger. See, that told me, okay, she found me sexually attractive, but then she's trying to hide her status and she's trying to see what's up. See, because otherwise, if she wasn't interested like that, well, the conversation would be different. She wouldn't be like laughing and a little flirty. And she'd make sure I see the ring. She'd probably be like, yeah. You know, something, she'll do something, make sure I see that ring. So, and that's the part I wanted to get into. Like when you listening, always pay attention to body language. Communication is no more than 10% verbal. So you got to look at it. How are they looking at you when they talking? What's their tone of voice? What's the tone of voice? Shout out Cousin T-Tar. I never forget what he said. A woman can say hi to you and it means 3 different things. So what's the tone of voice when she's talking? Is she talking in a monotone? Is she talking like she happy? Is she talking like it's just business? You know? Like you ever be on a date with a woman and she's like laughing at first, but then her tone just gets serious and she just look at you. And she's still talking the same way. You probably ain't getting none that night. You probably ain't getting none that night. So that's the power of listening. See, it ain't so much what they're saying. And you know what, here's the thing. Don't go in thinking, oh, well, they're gonna lie to me and everything. No, you don't know. Because they might tell you everything. They might be lying, but pay attention, what they focus on, what they interested in. And it comes with practice. Some people want some like tricks or something. You gotta practice. Like every time you talk to a woman, every single time you interact with a woman, think about, well, okay, what was the outcome of that conversation? Did we exchange numbers? Did we exchange numbers? What did we do? You know? Did it seem like she wanted to get to know me? Was she coming a bit harder at me than I am at her? See, and then, like I said, the conversation, see, you listening. And like I said, I'm gonna reiterate what I started this with. Some people think listening means you following. No, those are 2 different things. Like, and it's not even just with women. Remember, I was in a mall the other day with my sons, and one of my sons like getting like DVDs, like, he likes the physical DVDs and everything. He actually collects them. And remember, we in line, and there was this dude in there was talking some crazy stuff. I didn't just ignore it. He was saying some bullshit, some stuff that had some reality to it, some conspiracy stuff. All I did was just listen. But he was telling me what was important to him by what he was saying. See, here's the thing. If you learn how to listen to anybody, not just women, just people, period, you know what's important to them. Like I use myself for an example because I always get some people, they want me to talk about this or that, but if they just sit back and listen to what I talk about, I'm telling you what's important to them. What do I focus on? Really focus on? Like, what am I talking about? I don't talk about everything because it's either not important to me or, well, usually it's just not important to me. It's not a part of my agenda, which is why I don't take requests. See, I'm focused. And even in that, if somebody really listened to me saying that, they'll say, you know what? I'm just keeping control of his shit, which is part of sovereignty. I'm controlling what I'm putting out. So learn to listen. And it takes practice. It takes practice. No magic. You're going to get it overnight in a weekend just watching, a 15-minute video. No. You got to practice. So every single time, let's bring this back around to women. Every single time you talk with a woman, just pay attention to everything. Her body language, how she look at you, the tone of her voice, the inflections, intonation, everything. And once you practice it, after a while, boom, boom, boom. As soon as you talk to a woman, you already know, okay, we about to have sex. And then another woman is like, nah, she only see me for my inner beauty, the beauty of the money in my pockets. And this other woman is like, nah, she's just trying to keep walking. But that's the power of listening, because then it gives you the ability to have some control over your interactions. And then you can interact based on how she's interacting with you. Don't get mad. And then even what she doesn't say. And it gets more advanced than that, but that's just some basics, and it takes some practice, all right? So, and like I said, one day, and somebody's going to get in the comments and say, hey, tell us now, tell us next week. Yeah, if you really learn how to listen to a woman, that's a very seductive thing. Very seductive. Very powerful thing. I talk about that in my book, Sexual Chemistry. So anyway, that's all I got for now. I'll get back with y'all later. Peace and blessings.